Gukesh, the Golden Boy. Gukesh Dommaraju is the youngest undisputed world chess champion in the history of chess. This isn't just about talent. It's about grit, sacrifice, and the fire to become something extraordinary. Let's take a brief look at the life of this young genius. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, turn on notifications, and share with a friend. Let's go back to where it all started. Somewhere in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, one of India's brightest cities. Gukesh Dommaraju was born on May 29, 2006. His father, Dr. Rajnikanth, was an ENT surgeon, while his mother, Padma Kumari, was a microbiologist, and together, they built a household that nurtured his curiosity. And in that atmosphere of books, discipline, and science, something beautiful began to grow, an early spark of genius. At age 7, Gukesh touched a chess piece for the first time. This wasn't random. It was thanks to his school under the Velamal Educational Group, which was known for spotting and grooming talent. Most kids would have found it fun for a few weeks. But for Gukesh, that first contact turned into a full-blown obsession. Within just 6 months of picking up chess, he already had a FIDE rating. Let that sink in. While other kids were simply figuring out multiplication tables, Gukesh was already entering the global chess scene. And that was only the beginning. Gukesh wasn't your average school kid. While many children played cricket or video games after class, he analyzed tactics, solved endgames, and studied the masters. By the time he was 10, he wasn't just good. He had become strong. He regularly defeated opponents who were far older and more experienced than he was. His parents, seeing how far he'd come in so little time, decided to go all in. It wasn't a light decision. His father quit his medical job just to accompany him to tournaments. His mom continued to support the family while also helping him stay academically grounded. Gukesh took a break from traditional school, but he didn't abandon learning. He balanced both chess and studies with discipline. It was reported that he was homeschooled at some point in his education. At just 11 years old, Gukesh became an international master. At 12 years, 7 months, and 17 days, he earned the Grandmaster title, becoming the second youngest ever to do so at that time. It was clear that India had found its next chess superstar, and he was just getting started. By 2022, Gukesh crossed the 2,700 ELO rating, a mark that places a player among the world's elite. It's like earning a black belt but in chess. Only a handful ever gets there. Gukesh was among the youngest to reach it. He wasn't just playing tournaments, he was winning them. In 2023, he was crowned Player of the Year by the Asian Chess Federation. His reputation was growing rapidly, not just in India, but globally. Then came 2024. Arguably, this was the most defining year of his young career. Gukesh started the year by tying for first at the Tata Steel chess tournament, one of the toughest events on the global chess calendar. He defeated heavyweights like Anish Giri to reach the semifinals and made it all the way to the final. Although he narrowly missed out on the title, it was clear he was no longer an underdog. He was a threat. Then came the FIDE Candidates Tournament in Toronto, the gateway to a world title shot. The event gathers the best of the best, and Gukesh wasn't expected to win. But he stormed through, defeating legends like Alireza Firouzja, Vidit Gujrathi, and his close friend and fellow prodigy, Pragnananda. He won the candidates, the youngest ever to do so. Suddenly, the world knew that the crown wasn't safe anymore. And if that wasn't enough, Gukesh went on to deliver a stellar performance at the 2024 Chess Olympiad in Budapest. He played board 1, facing the best from other countries, and went undefeated. India clinched its first ever gold medal. Gukesh was no longer just a rising star. He was now a national hero. Then came the big one, the World Championship match against the reigning champion, Ding Liren. The tension was sky high. Analysts everywhere debated whether the young gun was ready to face the experience of Ding. But Gukesh proved them wrong. Although he stumbled slightly in Game 12, he kept his cool. He studied his opponent's patterns and capitalized on mistakes, and in the final game, he sealed the deal. Gukesh became the youngest undisputed world chess champion in history on December 12, 2024, at just 18 years and 6 months old, shattering Garry Kasparov's record. Let's take a closer look at the event. Ding won 2 games, and Gukesh came back with a winning streak. The 14th and final game ended with Gukesh winning the game and match with the black pieces after Ding resigned following a blunder that allowed Gukesh to simplify the position to a winning king and pawn versus king endgame. The problem was that Ding voluntarily entered a pawn-down endgame, which was objectively drawn, but a blunder by the Chinese GM on move 55 meant Gukesh would take the title by winning the match with a 7.5 to 6.5 score. FIDE praised his performance as nearly flawless. Ding himself admitted he completely deserved it. Now brace up. Let's take a second to list some of the amazing records Gukesh now holds. Ready? First, Gukesh Dommaraju is the youngest player to win the candidates tournament. After 14 grueling rounds and over 3 weeks of elite-level competition, 17-year-old GM Gukesh Dommaraju emerged victorious at the 2024 FIDE Candidates Tournament, becoming the youngest player in history to achieve this feat. His triumph wasn't just historic, it was electrifying. Entering the tournament as one of the least expected to win, Gukesh went toe-to-toe with chess titans like Fabiano Caruana, Alireza Firouzja, Hikaru Nakamura, and his close friend Praggnanandhaa. Similarly, he is also the youngest Indian to cross 2,700 ELO and 2,750 ELO. By September 2022, he had climbed the ranks, tournament after tournament, defeating Grandmasters and racking up consistent performances. Gukesh's rise to a 2,700 ELO was a national moment for India. And finally, he is the youngest Board 1 Olympiad gold medalist in the history of chess in India. At the 2024 Chess Olympiad in Budapest, Gukesh Dommaraju delivered a historic, unbeaten run on Board 1, scoring 9 out of 10 points with 8 wins and 2 draws against some of the world's most formidable opponents. He defeated grandmasters like Fabiano Caruana from USA, Wei Yi from China, Parham Maghsoodloo from Iran, and Alexander Predke from Serbia, while also holding elite players like Richard Rapport from Romania and Nodirbek Abdusattorov from Uzbekistan to solid draws. Facing top boards from other nations, Gukesh produced a performance rating of 3,056, the highest in the entire event. And this is only the beginning. Like every great prodigy, not everything has been perfect for Gukesh. In early 2025, Gukesh played in the German leg of the Freestyle Chess Grand Slam Tour, a variant of traditional chess. He didn't win a single game. Critics were quick to jump in. Discussions exploded online about performance versus appearance fees. Should a world champion be paid top dollar if they're not winning? But Gukesh didn't feed the fire. No interviews, no arguments. Just quiet, focused work behind the scenes. That's always been his style. Let the moves speak. Let the results do the talking. One of the things that makes Gukesh so unique is his playing style. He's fearless. He takes risks others wouldn't dare to. He isn't afraid to get into messy positions on the board because he thrives there. He's razor sharp with tactics. He's got the nerves of a veteran. And most importantly, he plays like someone who knows he belongs at the top. That final game against Ding, he didn't crack. He didn't overthink. He just played with purpose and precision. And that's what champions are made of. So now the question is, what's next? Honestly, the sky's wide open. He could defend his title. He could win multiple championships. He could inspire a generation of new chess players in India and beyond. Heck, he might even go down as one of the greatest of all time. Because Gukesh isn't just playing the game. He's redefining it. He's proving that greatness doesn't have an age limit. That discipline and belief can move mountains. And that with enough fire in your heart, no dream is too big. So, whether you're a chess fanatic or you've never played a game in your life, one thing is clear. This is a story worth following. For Gukesh, we're just witnessing the opening moves. The endgame? That's still to come. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the life of a champion, make sure you see this other video about another champion, the GOAT. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and most importantly, share it with someone who needs to know that greatness is possible at any age.